What's up, guys? Tommy here from Green Rhino Project, and this is the carpet cleaning business channel. On the job kind of training and plus the business aspect of this. That way, if you're starting a carpet cleaning business, your odds of success will, jump up a little higher than just going in blind. So, kind of a tutorial on the process, mostly on this channel. So, but business aspect is huge here too. So there's resources below this video and all my videos for people who are trying to start a carpet cleaning business and need guidance and need training from technique to the business side of it down there, Green Rhino Academy. And for the guys that are in business and just need help, maybe to get the phone ring more, tools, anything that will just make your business stand out, which will, in turn get you more customers. Resources down there too. So plenty of stuff down there. So let's just get into it. This is a pet treatment. All right. This customer has 3 large dogs. One of the dogs are old, and if you know about dogs that are in their last days, they have accidents uncontrollably. So we have poop here. We got urine. And a lot of pet hair. So I already did a vacuum before I started recording this video. So yeah, I did vacuum, and I did a thorough vacuum. Just the amount of hair that I had to pull out of here before when I vacuum, it's crazy. Okay, but hey, is what it is. Let's go. So, pre-spraying now. Already vacuumed, pre-spraying. Okay, this pre-spray right here is what I call Green Rhino cocktail. And it's a mixture of my pre-spray, a peroxide booster, and a deodorizer. Okay, and if you don't know about that, the exact, you probably don't, exact solutions that I'm using here, you can Google Green Rhino cocktail, and go into YouTube. I made videos about that. So I'm doing an overall spray right now, and as you can tell, I'm doing a pretty heavy spray. Listen, there's urine, there's poop in here. I mean, it's been picked up and attempted to clean, but there's vomit, right? And the odor is strong from the dander and the pet problems. So yeah, I'm doing a thorough one. Okay, a lot of people, what they say is, do a morning dew. Okay, morning dew is, see the hair? watch the hair blow up there. So I vacuumed. There's this example of how much hair was on this. See how it blew up right there? That was on the hard surfaces. I didn't get to vacuum that. I overlooked that, I guess. But in situations when you have pet problems, and which is gonna be the toughest for you guys to address and satisfy that customer. The stains are one thing, but the odor are another thing, and the odor could get you callbacks. So as you can see, went over those spots a little extra. So I'm not worried about that solution getting down into the pad. Actually, I want that solution to get down into the pad, into the backing, right? A lot of cases you don't want to do that because you can create wicking. But when your chemistry is right, the chemistry I use prevents wicking anyway. Okay, so a lot of people, they'll do a technique to where they'll submerge those spots, and then they'll take a water claw, right, and rinse it all out, water claw it all out. Okay, you can't do that in most cases, right? If you got 1 or 2 spots, you can do that, right? But when you have all over pet treatment, you can't do that. You can't water claw the whole room, and if you do, you're going to be there for hours, and the ticket for the customer is going to be outrageous. They'll never call you again. They'll call a guy like me in there to do a real thorough topical treatment. And by the way, letting them know that I'm just doing a treatment from the back of the carpet up, and that's all we can do. I mean, if it's going to be like this particular customer calls me about every 3 months because of the dog situation, and that's going to slow down when the dog finally passes. But still, then she calls me about once every 6 months. She's got other dogs too. So So what I'm doing is I'm agitating everything in now. And it's very important when you're doing pet treatment, especially when you have an odor problem, whether it's urine, you know, poop, whatever, or whatever type of odor you have in a home. When you do it all over deodorizer, you need to agitate that stuff into the fibers to do the best job and get as much dwell time as you can. I don't recommend enzymes. I'm down on enzymes. I went through the whole, rabbit hole of trying to find the best pre-sprays and stuff like that. And as far as pet treatments, I'll just let you know right now, and I tell my students in Green Rhino Academy, stay away from enzymes because you're setting yourself up for callbacks. And there's reasons behind that, guys. There's reasons behind that. All right, so you see that one area? It's already lightened up a lot. Agitating it into the carpet right there. It's almost gone just by the pre-spray and agitated it in it because of the chemistry. Yeah, the chemistry's getting rid of this thing, right? It's the carpet looks so much better already. And those little black spots, it's got extra on there. Those are doo-doo spots, guys. So you got to make sure you get plenty on there and not do a light job. So being very thorough with your pre-spray and normal cleaning is important anyway. So make sure you hit every square inch, because a lot of people pre-spray and they miss areas and they get to rinsing. Now, why isn't this coming clean? Simply because they lost track of where they were pre-spraying and miss the spot. So all you gotta do is put a little pre-spray on there and it cleans up. So now the rinse. So I rinse it about, for this situation, 400. Okay. I'm not worried about the over-wetting part of it. 400 on a truck mount, the carpet cleaning machine is not too much anyway. I clean between 400 and 500 depending on the situation. So this is not extreme, but it's pretty bad. You want to get a really good rinse. So the PSI, matters when it comes to how powerful the blower on your truck mount is, how much vacuum you can get, right? So if you're putting down a lot of pre-spray, you want to make sure you can pick it up right away with your back strokes. So I rinse front and back, guys, front and back. So I'm holding down on the trigger when I'm doing this. Okay, as you can tell, I'm overlapping also. So when you're overlapping, it's like you're getting two rinses, right? So people say, well, you're just going over once. I'm going over it twice. And if I go over it again and overlap, it's 4 times. So those there are dry passes. So after I'm done rinsing, I'll go over it real quick with a dry pass. A lot of people go super slow with their dry passes, guys. I mean, if you got one job that day, go ahead, go for it. But I go quick with my dry passes, and I let my customers know it's going to take between 4 and 12 hours to dry. And you got to help me out with ceiling fans and temperature in the house. And if you have great air movement, it's going to speed up closer to that 4 hours or less. But guys, and as you can tell, my dry passes aren't the prettiest shark's teeth. So I'm kind of I'm trying to get the job done as quick as possible, yet as thorough as possible. No, I'm not too worried about a pretty design on the carpet. Sorry, there's sometimes that I'll do it, and my helpers sometimes do a better job than that. But mine. But not what really matters. A clean carpet really matters. Okay, and for the business owner, a clean carpet and a good paying day. But you don't want to spend hours on one job that's going to cost $400. This particular job, by the way, the living room, the hallway, and this with full pet treatment was $375. She actually tipped me on top of that $55. So yeah, 75. So it ended up being $455. That's what I walked out here, and it took me an hour and a half. Okay, Now, normally without the pet treatment, full agitation, it would have took a lot less. So it looks beautiful. No more poo-poo spots. Smells a lot better in there. But when you clean, do pet treatments and stuff like that, when you use hot water, it steams and you'll still smell it. So it's good to go behind it with the spray. Look at that. Before, and that's actually, I started pre-spraying a little bit after. And listen, guys, this customer uses me year after year, sometimes every few months, because she's used other people, and she was not happy. She was not happy with how things popped up right away. She wasn't happy with just the customer service, and again, the odor thing when you're doing pet treatments is huge. So if you clean a carpet and the next day it still smells bad, you're gonna get a callback. I'm sorry, you're gonna get one. And if you're not gonna get a callback, you're gonna get a bad review, or they'll never call you again. What's even worse than a callback, they never call you again and give you a bad review. So at least when they give you a callback, they give you a chance to fix it. So I use the Green Rhino cocktail, and I tell everybody, every time I've had every agreement, it's a cocktail. It's just like if you order the drink, right? 3W, you mix it together yourself. These are highly concentrated products. And when I do all over pet treatments, that's what I do it all over. I boost my pre-spray and I do it all over and agitate it all in. So I know I'm not missing anything. You bring your UV light out, guys, and you can see all the stuff, right? And when you go through with your UV light, and you're just seeing it everywhere, what are you going to do? Just go around or spray each spot and not spray the spots that don't need it, right? Or if, say, you don't have a UV light, guys, and you're just addressing what you can see, then you're probably missing so much more. So, Green Rhino cocktails, or just all over pet spray, is just a way to go. That way you can avoid callbacks, because even if you can't see a spot and then you do a regular carpet cleaning with not the proper chemistry, you can clean it and then you can reactivate spots, and the next day spots reappear that weren't there, and the customer calls you. Okay, so quality pre-sprays. Now just because the chemistry I use is highly concentrated and I can make a lot more money than a person that's using all-in-one because of the cost of their product and the cost of my product. Okay, the cost of their product may cost, if they were to do all over home pet treatment, between $60 and $120 just in chemistry. So you're gonna have to charge double that just to get a profit. Okay, very high ticket. So most people don't have that kind of money, right? Especially if they're gonna have you come twice a year, right? So your ticket's gonna be outrageous. So for instance, this ticket here was $375 to start, and in order for somebody using it all-in-one, I mean, for an all-over pet treatment, you're looking at, if you're gonna make the same profit as me, you're gonna have to charge $600, right? Oh, I made $600. Yeah, but your product cost was $120. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense, because that higher ticket, even if you did both quality, the outcome was both quality in the end. All right, I come in there and do it for $375 for an hour and a half. You go in there and do it for $600 for an hour and a half. Who are they gonna call again? I'm making the same profit as you are. You lost a customer. So smart chemistry, smart machines. Okay, so if you're starting a business and you are limited on a budget, right? So you saw, this is what I want to do. You're binge watching videos, you're trying to look what the carpet cleaner's using. You got so many questions. That's why in my videos I answer so many questions, because I was there and I had so many questions. So those questions I try to address as far as solution and all that stuff. So as far as budget, okay, a lot of us don't have $22,000 to go out and buy a brand new truck mount to start your own business when you don't even have your business built and you don't even know how to get the phone ring yet. Okay, and even if you do got the phone ring, how wise is it to go ahead and finance a $22,000 truck mount right from the get-go? unless you already have a customer base lined up. You already know that you can get that phone ring on a full-time basis, or even on a part-time basis, because you can make great money in this business, guys. Great money. Just working a 4-hour day, you can make $1,000. You work an 8-hour day, you got potential of making $2,000 a day. How long does it take you at your full-time job, working for somebody else if you are, to make that $2,000? Yeah, crazy. And it's not robbery, guys. You're just charging what other people are charging, okay, in the business. You're copying successful people. So I know when I first started, I was talking to guys, veterans, and they were telling, they told me how much money they made just cleaning 2 rooms. I was like, oh my God, I couldn't do that. I feel guilty. That's wrong. I mean, I can't. Who's going to pay that? But as I got into the business, all right, that mindset changed, and now I get it. So that's the business side of it, guys. So Green Rhino Academy, again, below there, teaches the business side of it, how to price, chemistry, how to get that phone ring. Everything you can imagine is addressed in that course. That's why it's the greatest course on the planet. As far as equipment, let's get into equipment real quick. Startup equipment can cost you between $1,800 for a VLM setup with a buffer, which is the lowest type of machine, lowest price type of machine you can do for VLM, all the way up to $22,000, $23,000 for an entry-level truck mount setup, or you can go right in between with the electric truck mount, which can be between $7,000 and $10,000. It matters how many bells and whistles you want to get into it. That's a smart way to go. And the thing about the electronic truck mount, if you're working with the budget and you're first starting out, once you build your business and your phone starts ringing, right, and you're ready for you want a gasoline truck mount, guess what? You got 2 truck mounts now. Okay, you can put that electric truck mount in another van, and then have your gasoline. Have 2 vans going out. You're not gonna be able to do that with portable, guys, because when you buy entry-level portable, which means one you can bring into the house, you have to plug it in there, right? You have to fill up the water as it gets empty. You have to drain it as it gets empty. It's loud inside the customer's home. The vacuum sucks, right? To where the carpet takes so much longer to dry. It's gonna take you longer to clean because of the PSI is so low, and the vacuum, so you gotta go a lot slower. All right. So if you start out with something like that, and then you move up to a gasoline truck mount, that portable is gonna go in the garage or in storage. You ain't never gonna use it again. And you're gonna think, how the heck did I do that for this long with that? I could have made so much money, did in a quicker time, had better results with something better than that. That's why skipping that entry level portable, when you carry in, you got to refill them, right? For I don't know, $2,200 or something like that, you could probably get a decent one for those things. Or getting an entry level, or getting an electronic truck mount that you can leave it in your van, right? You can plug it in the customer's home, or you can get a generator, put it in there, and just keep it all like that, right? You don't have to worry about filling it and dumping it because it's got auto fill, auto dump. It's just like I tell you, rolling your hoses just like a truck mount guy. It looks professional. Customers don't like a big machine inside their home, just all loud, So me and Taff from Magic Wand Company put together some startup packages. So packages down there that'll get you started. Let them know that Green Rhino sent you. When you do, you get free equipment. Okay, make sure. I mean, you don't want free equipment, then don't say it. But link down there to all his packages. And if you do decide and I want to go for this, give him a call. Make sure he put you in the right direction. Knows your situation, exactly what you need, because a lot of people go on there, especially if you're new, you don't sure if you need a certain piece of equipment, and maybe you can hold off on a certain piece of equipment, right? And you can add that later that better fit your budget, right? So talk to Taff. If you liked this video, go ahead and give a thumbs up, and please subscribe, all right? And put a comment down there. It helps the algorithm, put me out there, and more people can watch and learn. Okay, see you next one.